Hi everyone, welcome back. I have 3 more tumbling tower block DIYs. And for this first DIY, you're going to need 3 of the 72 block tower block packs and some Dollar Tree super glue wood glue. And I glued together 10 tower blocks side by side like this. And make sure you wipe off any excess glue. And I made 4 of these, and then I'm just gluing them all together. Make sure you push them together firmly and then wipe off any of the excess glue. And I made 2 of these. Next, I glued together 4 tower blocks like this, and I did that another 2 times. And then I glued together 12 tower blocks side by side like this. And I made 4 of those. So now I'm just gonna glue these pieces together, and I'm putting one of the 4 tower blocks on one end, and then one in the middle and one on the other end. And make sure that the bottom, they're all facing the right way. You don't want any of the glue that seeps out on the bottom when they're, after you've done it, to be on the top. And these parts of the tower blocks were sticking out too much, they're too long. So I'm just using my wee saw to saw them off, and I'll link it down below in case you're interested. It cuts through the tower blocks quite easily. And then I just give it a wee sand. So now that it's all equal length, I just glue on 5 tower blocks along the bottom and then 5 along the top. And none of the tower blocks are even, so if there's gaps or anything between them, you usually can't notice it once you stain it. And I had to swap a couple of these tower blocks around because one was thicker than the other. And now I'm just going to turn it over, and then I'm going to glue the side pieces on. And I'm just using the flattest side that was against the ruler, and I'm just gluing it, each one, to the very edge of the sides. And then I'm gluing 3 tower blocks. You could do 4 if you wanted, but that's what I had out. So I glue 3 of them on the inside of each side, and you could use hot glue for the inside tower blocks if you wanted to, and then it would hold it quicker while the wood glue dries. And then I just use a couple of paintballs to hold up the sides to make sure that they dry straight. And then once it's dry, I stain it with the Minwax Jacobean wood stain. And then I'm giving it 1 coat of this Minwax polyacrylic. And then I printed off the initials FSL because they're my boyfriend's initials, and I was making this wee table for him. So I'm just using some of the stencil vinyl, so you can't really see it, but it does say FSL, and you'll see. So I'm just gonna press it all down and try and make sure that it doesn't bleed or anything. And I don't know why this Cricut transfer tape always rips on me. It's annoying. So I'm using some Folk Art Gold paint, and I'm just gonna dab it on with a makeup sponge. And I just dab it all over the letters. So you don't have to do initials, or you could do whoever you want to make it for someone, be a nice gift. And you could always put a picture, or you could just leave it plain. If I was making it for myself, I'd put like a sun or a mandala or something on it. So while it's still wet, I take off the vinyl, and then I took off all the little pieces that were inside, and it did bleed. This was I actually did this, and I put some Mod Podge first, and it didn't work. It was a mess, so I had to sand it off and then re-stain it, and I decided just to not bother with the Mod Podge. But so some parts bled through, so I'm just scraping the paint off with my Cricut tool. And it actually worked quite well. You can't even notice that it was bleeding. And then I give it 2 more coats of polyacrylic. And this is how it turned out. So actually I didn't do the polyacrylic yet because I had to get the video finished, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. And this is what it looks like on the chair. It's just a quick photo for you. And you just need 1 pack of 72 tower blocks for this lantern that I'm making, and some wood glue. And then I'm just making a square. This is like the same base as the lantern I did in the last video, and these are the last 2 lanterns I'm gonna do. But I just had ideas for them, so I had to make them. So you just glue them in a wee square like this, and then glue the other ones around the outside. And then I'm making this shape. And I'm just gluing them all together in this shape. And then I made 4 of those. Oh, I forgot to say, I made 2 of the square that doesn't have a middle in it, because I was originally not going to make one, and then I decided to. And then I'm gluing on some half beads to make wee feet, and then I stain it with the, I don't stain it, I paint it with the Waverly ink chalk paint. And then I'm just going to glue it together. So just lay one piece down, and then I glue the top, the middle, and the base on. And then I glue another piece on the top. and I was wiping off the glue, but with the paint you can always go back in and paint over if there's any glue showing, which you can't do with the stain. And then I just put a bottle of paint on the top until it's set, and then I turned it over and I just did the same thing again. I did this side, and then I'll do the last side off camera. And I love how this turned out. It's just so simple. You could paint it any colour you like. You could add stuff to it. You could have the hat beads, whatever you want. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And this last DIY, you need one of the 72 tower block packs. And I'm going to use the wood glue again, and I'm going to glue together 8 tower blocks like this. And I made 4 of those, and then I'm going to make the base and the top just like I did in the last DIY. And I wasn't going to show it again, but I didn't want anybody to get confused or me missing out a step. So just the same thing again, gluing the blocks together. Do you guys want more lanterns? Let me know what you want. I could probably come up with some more lantern designs, but I'm gonna make another tower block video for Sunday, and then I don't think I'll do tower blocks for a while. And I know I've still got to finish off the letters. I just don't want to. I'm so good in the letters. I will get it finished eventually. It's just they're not fun anymore. So sorry. And yeah, just using the half beads, and I'll link them down below as well. And then I paint it with the Waverly ink chalk paint. And here's all the pieces. And I just glue it together, just like the last one. I put one down, and then one piece down, and then I attach the base and the top, and then I put another piece on top. And then when that's dry, I turn it around so that I can do the same thing again. And I have some more of, well, this is a different metal ribbon, and I wanted to wrap it around this lantern. So I just measure from the top, if I curl it over and go all the way under the bottom to the other side, how much I'll need, and then obviously I'll need 2 of them. And you could cut it at the bottom if you wanted, but I thought it would be better to secure it because it's hard to glue it on, because obviously there's like lots of cutout pieces. So I just get some of the Dollar Tree Fix-All and I put it in the middle of, well, the middle of the little design, like there's a little oval part. I just don't want the glue to show through. So I have these clips from Dollar Tree, the wee ones. I only have 2 wee ones, I don't know where the rest are. And then I have the big ones. So I just put a little bit of the Fix-All glue on each of those little ovals, and I press it down, and then I hold it with these clips. And then try and fold it over tight. It's kind of hard. But then I use hot glue for the bottom because you're not going to see that. And it doesn't matter if it comes out. And I found one of these. I know I had them, but the finger protectors. Where? I don't know where. What was I looking through? I don't know. It was in some random place. And then I just do the same on the other side. And the metal ribbon is pretty, but it's hard to work with, so I don't know how many DIYs I'm going to be doing with it. And then just curl it over the top again, and then just clip it on. And then I left that to dry, and then I did the other side off camera. And this is how it turned out, and it turned out really pretty in the end. But yeah, it is hard to work with, so. But anyway, let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!